The city was less responsive to a South Los Angeles community rocked by a major explosion from the police department's detonation of fireworks, than to the more affluent, seaside neighborhoods affected by a sewage spill from the Hyperion Water Reclamation Plant. The Los Angeles Council members representing those two areas argued on Wednesday, August 11. In a motion introduced Wednesday, Mike Bonin, who represents the coastal communities near the plant, and Curran Price, who represents South Los Angeles residents affected by the blast, called for a review of the way the city compensates the victims of disasters or accidents caused by the city, pointing to a disparity between the way the city responded to the two recent accidents. When 17 million gallons of raw sewage poured into the Santa Monica Bay from the reclamation plant, nearby residents reported experiencing rashes, nausea and burning eyes from the fumes and odors. 11 days later, the sanitation department announced it would reimburse residents for air conditioners, if they stayed in the area, or provide hotel vouchers if they wanted to leave. Meanwhile, in South Los Angeles, officers from the Los Angeles Police Department detonated fireworks taken from a residence in the area, sending 6 civilians, an ATF officer and 10 police officers to the hospital, as well as damaging homes and businesses. 2 elderly men who lived in homes damaged by the blast later died. Not only was the city's preparation and notification of the detonation inadequate, the area's councilman, Curran Price, later needed to step in to move $1 million from an emergency relief fund to book hotel rooms for several dozen people affected by the resulting explosion, the motion said. Price said in a statement that as his South Los Angeles district reels from the reckless damage and devastation caused at the hands of LAPD compared to the sewage leak at the Hyperion Water Reclamation Plant, it is clear that the city's response in lower-income, Black and brown communities does not receive the same level of attention, resources or sense of urgency in relation to more affluent parts of Los Angeles. He also noted that more than a month later, there are still more than 80 people displaced, dozens of homes and cars damaged, businesses suffering financially and a community demanding action from its government. He said the constituents in his area deserve to have an equitable framework in victim compensation and support to ensure all victims are treated the same no matter where in the city they live. Bonin and Price are now calling on legislative staffers and the city attorney's office to review the protocols for providing compensation to victims of accidents and disasters caused by the city.